Okay, I'm going to take you through a quick calibration check of this B&K 2050 RF generator. And as you can see, I have both an oscilloscope so that you can see the waveform in the background, and I have a frequency counter displaying the frequency that's being generated at the moment. If you can see the dial, we are right now on the A band, which is the one closest to the dial indicator, and it's setting on a 100 kilohertz mark. And we are right now observing 100 kilohertz on my frequency counter. That would be 0.1 megahertz. And we have a nice clean signal. We are set to the 1 microsecond per division. There are 10 divisions on the dial right now, which I can illuminate the scale a little bit. And we are displaying the 100 kilohertz on the oscilloscope. So let's we're going to sweep through the frequency here, and we'll just kind of spot check a few places. So we're going to 150 kilohertz. Well, here's 200. Just a touch more, just a little bit less. There's 200 kilohertz, and as we see on the waveform of the oscilloscope, we have two peaks, clean looking. We are observing right at the moment. We can get more gain here, so we can actually. That's 50 millivolts per division times 10, so we are looking at roughly 5 volts. I'm sorry, that would be 0.5 volts. All right, and then let's continue on with our sweep here. We will go up to the end of the A band, which would be 250 kilohertz. And we see a nice clean signal, 250 kilohertz. We're going to switch bands. We are now on band B. We're going to go all the way back down, and we'll start at B, which is, B starts at 250 kilohertz. There's 250. Signal's clean on the scope. And we're going to go up now to 300, 400, 500, here's 650. Okay, that's the end of the B scale. Go to range C. We can peak our voltage a little bit. We can take it all the way back down to 0, beginning of range C, which is 550 kilohertz. So we'll start, there's 550. If we look at our dial, we are right at the beginning of the range. There's 550. Clean signal. All right, we're going to sweep her up. Here's 600. Right about there. And we'll go up to 800. $800 is there. 900. Here's a megahertz. On the dial, it's reading 1 megahertz, and we are reading 0.994. I can fine-tune it here. And you'll see that I'm setting right on the 1 megahertz mark. I don't know if you can see that or not, but all right, still got a clean signal. We're going to take her up to 1.5. And we still have a clean signal on the scope, and we are going to change our range on the scope. All right. And we will go to range D. Range D begins at 1.5 megahertz. There's 1.5. And let's see, we'll show it to you here. We're at the beginning of the range. 1.5. There's 2. And we'll take her up to 3. And we are, I wish I could get it closer, but we are setting right on 3. And let's take her up to 4. Okay, I'm going to go to band E. As we go up in frequency, we're going to see that our output drops because all amplifiers have a fall off on the high end. And we begin at 4 megahertz right there. And we see the dial right at the beginning. We see 4 peaks, that's 4 megahertz. And we'll go up to 6. Alright, we're setting at 6 here. Go up to 8. We are setting right at 8. 10. And then 11 would be the end of the range. Okay. And one more step. All right. There's 10. Here's 20. We're reading 20 on the scale here. And then finally the end of the range, which is 30 megahertz. And there's the end of the range, highest scale, 30 megahertz. And that's the end of our range. So there you have it. We've swept through all the ranges and observed the waveform and the frequency counter display. So we've checked the frequency, and it's a good instrument. It'll be good on your bench. It's clean. I'll give you a look at it here. We'll turn the lights on. It's a clean front panel. Has internal, external modulation. External comes in the back. Carrying handle. Has rubber feet on the bottom. There's your external modulation point. I don't know if we can see this or not. I guess we can't. I was trying to show you the serial number. I can read you the serial number. It is 05199. Has a low and high output selector for attenuation. You can see the attenuation that happens on the screen there. And internal, external modulation. There's the internal modulation, 400 Hertz. And that would be it. Good bidding on it. You'll wind up with a good signal generator. And thank you for listening. Bye.